What word is that?
Tyrell?
Tyrell?
How do you pronounce your name?
Terrell.
Terrell.
Oh, how do you spell it?
Tearle.
All right.
R-L-E?
Whatever. That would have screwed us up even more.
That's not how you spell Terrell, is it?
That's Tyrell.
Terrell.
Whatever.
Like Daryl, but with a T.
Yeah, but is it like Terrell? Is it like Terrell Owens pronounced the same way?
Yeah, pronounced the same way, but spelled different.
Yeah.
Quite a bit different.
I'm going to need you to change the goddamn spelling of your horrible name so you don't have to keep correct. Well, what do? Correct somebody how many times a week on average? 170 times a week?
Oh, probably. Dude, I've had one teacher my entire school career get my name right.
Terrell's going to Cardiff at UK. He's going to win this contest. I can feel it.
You go through your whole life correcting people, right?
Portsmouth. Yeah, I'm Terrell.
It sucks.
Well, change your spelling then, idiot, so people can pronounce it.
I can see him in Dusseldorf trying to explain that.
All right. Here's all I'm saying. All these a-hole narcissist parents give their kids retarded names. They spell them differently. Of course, no one can make heads or tails of them. So everyone just goes, is it tur, and then you spend your child spends his entire life correcting authority, essentially. Whether it's the principal, whether it's the coach, later on it becomes a parole officer, becomes a cop, becomes a judge, and all that comes, transvestites. Mm-hmm. But here's the point. Your kid just has to correct people their entire life. Well, here's the deal. Your parents should be fined for this, number one, for whatever you've done to deteriorate society's fabric by having to correct everyone all the time. And secondly, if no one can pronounce your goddamn name, then change the way it's spelled. So you don't have to go through your whole life going, no, excuse me, you're wrong. Here's how I pronounce my stupid, retarded, fairy tale made-up name, which, by the way, we were pronouncing correctly because you made it up.
Right.
It's just you've decided to pronounce something differently than phonetically, and you made it up.
Right.
That's
you've
the thing.
You've declared.
Yeah, it's like, no, you've not pronounced it correctly. Oh, yes, I have pronounced it correctly.
My name's Terrell. How do you spell it? M-A-R-Y.
There you go.
That's it.
Just go
M-A-R-Y.
that way. Yeah,
That's
go
it.
all the way.
Yeah.
Go all the way.
Terrell. That actually I'd have a little respect for.
I would too. Start Terrell with an M and just go all the way in the FU department.
That's a good idea.
All right, kick your stupid parents in the groin for me if they're anywhere in the country. Go ahead.
All right, I was wondering what the long-term effects of doing mushrooms were.
Yeah, no one knows.
You don't know how to spell your name.
Yeah, you got a retarded name, but no one knows for sure, to tell you the truth. We are assuming that we're going to see something called excitotoxicity, which is something that happens from essentially all hallucinogens. Uh-huh. It causes your brain cells to push out chemicals that or change the way chemicals come out of the cells and therefore are handled by the cells. And those chemicals that are actually a part of your brain's normal chemistry aren't packaged and contained normally and break loose inside the cell and create free radicals and destroy the cells. Right. So you end up causing brain damage. That's a long way of saying that.
All right,
how much
times.
and how much you have to use before you get anything significant, I don't know. But there's plenty of cell damage that occurs just with senescence and aging, and you want to keep everyone you got.
Right. Here's why I have such a head of steam about this name spelling thing is for the first, how long did we do Loveline on MTV?
5 years, man.
5 years? Yeah. For the entire time we did it, I would beg the people who did the phone screening, who held up the card, who had the person's name on it, just spell the name phonetically so I don't seem like an idiot. Mm-hmm. Because what would happen is I would look up, and the only way we knew what calls to take is I would look up and there'd be a cue card, and it would say SEEENDY, and I'd say, Cindy, C-N-D, and the person just come on and go, Cindy. Now, I realize I look like a retarded person because I can't read or pronounce the name Cindy, which sounds very easy. Right. But the reality is this idiot spells it completely different in a way you've never seen before, so you look like an idiot trying to sound it out.
Then they started putting out partial phonetic stuff for you.
No, I would go back and go ballistic on these people because I would be like, don't, and they would go, but that's how she spelled it. And I would go, I don't care how she spelled it. Nobody can see. They see me mispronouncing a name that everyone's heard of. They don't know how it's spelled.
Part of it, I remember them.
That's how she spelled. I don't care.
Then there was another thing, and then they come back and go next time around it would be spelled SEENDIE.
I know.
And you'd go, well, why did you put CINDY?
No,
because you wanted it phonetically.
Yeah, just write Cindy how you spell Cindy. I will recognize it.
Well, that was funny. That was the part that used to drive you crazy.
It was like, look, I recognize the name Cindy. Just please, goddamn, spell it that way. No, she spells it with 11 Y's. Yeah.
But then they would go to try to put it phonetically into something that didn't make any sense.
And I just realized I look like a retarded person because at home, to the viewer at home, I just can't read. I don't recognize the name Cindy. That's with the viewers at home.
Right.
Oh, yeah. No matter how many times I would say that, they would and it would come back. That's how she spells it. And this brings me to a larger point, which is, let's just sign off on names and move forward, like words. They're essentially words.
Well, basically, they're symbols. They're like letters. They really should be like we're going to start changing the shape of A. Well, just to make a scribble. That's an A. That's an A. That's my A.
But you don't spell exit 15 different ways on the freeway sign. We just sign off. That's it. We'll decide which Cindy.
Everyone's an individual. How dare you?
Yeah.
You're squashing their individuality.
Yeah.
Jackie, you're the man.